Well, now it's time for compression. There are different kinds of compression that we could apply to our track. So here I'm going to talk about the series compression, which should be in the same line that the other processors. For example, in this case, here I have the previous equalization that I already did to this track, and then I have the compressor. So this is a serial process. And there are questions all the time regarding what should be first, the equalizer or the compressor, because I could change this order actually pretty much like that, and that could also work. So how's the right solution? There's no right solution. You have to try maybe both ways and see what's better for you, what works best for that particular song. One approach I usually do is to try to fix the main problem first. What I mean with this is that the song main problem is in dynamics, then I would go and compress first and then equalize. But if the song main problem is frequency or equalization, then I would change this way. But anyway, you have to try both and let your ears decide. Okay, so let's see how to work the serial compression. It has to be very subtle. Here we have our track, and as we can see, the track has a lot of dynamics in this area. That I'm going to use this part just for this sample, but actually you have to hear the whole song and the different sections. I have this compressor which emulates a VCA compressor. You should check my compression course for more details about that. But then, what are the initial settings? Well, we have to start with the threshold to the maximum, then a very light ratio. I'm going to use 1.5 to 1. Okay. Then my makeup gain or output gain is at 0 dB. And then my attack and release in the middle. About the release, I'm going to use this formula that we saw. This song is around 115 BPMs. So I'm going to use my calculator, and we have to divide 60,000 divided by 115, and that gives me 521, so around 500. So as an initial point, I'm going to set my release around 500. Okay, this means that my compressor is going to be releasing the compression around a bit. So this is locking my compressor to the song's tempo. In this part, my compressor is not working yet because I don't see any activity in the gain reduction meter. So I have to try to lower my threshold. There it is. It's starting. Usually the gain reduction for mastering it should be around 2-3 dBs, maybe more if the song asks for that. But in general, I'm talking about 3 dB, a good starting point. So I'm going to play it a little more. This is a lot of compression. Okay, not that much. When I held you in my arms, okay. I thought that I could do no wrong. Now I'm going to adjust the attack. If I use a very short attack like this, I'm going to lose the transients and the high frequency. And if I give a very slow attack, I may get more bright. So it's a matter of taste, and you will have to hear to listen very carefully. So let's hear the comparison. Look. Listen the transients, the attack in the guitar. I'm going to play it again. Okay, so I hope you can hear that. Actually, you should get a very good monitoring system to hear this, or very good headphones. But well, I'm going to set this in according to my own taste. So let me try it. I don't want this. Usually this is going to be kind of slow for most songs.
When I held you in my arms, I thought that I could do no wrong.
I'm going to leave it something like that.
When I held you in my arms.
Now, it's very important to compensate. I am reducing. Here I am reducing around 3 dBs. So I have to compensate with the makeup gain or output. It's important to make sure that you don't have the auto gain engaged, so it's off. And I'm going to compensate around 3 dB, which is what I'm taking out. This is very important. Let's hear, and I'm going to bypass so we can hear the difference. There's without compression. Oh, that's better.
When I held you in my arms, I thought that I could do no wrong. When I held you in my arms, my love was doing the harm, and
So I hope you can hear the difference. It's very subtle, but it actually is important because it's kind of a gluing compression, all right? So finally, I'm going to make some tests here. This worked with around 500 milliseconds. So I'm going to try the double. We have to use multiples of this amount. So around 1000 and see how it works, and maybe 250 and see how it works. This is 240. Pair with 500.
When I held you in my arms, I thought that I could do
it's softer. Actually, if I go to 1000, it's going to sound even softer.
When I held you in my arms, I thought that I could do no wrong. When I held you in my arms, my love.
All right, where I'm listening is that 1000 is more constant compression. I don't really like for this mood, but it's a matter of taste, right? Maybe you think that this is better for the mood of the song, for the arrangement, so you are free to go with it. It's part of the art of all this process. So this would be pretty much the idea behind a serial compression. You have to practice a lot and mainly to let your ears guide you.